All right, so when you're looking at applying this is one that you should be able to, one, remember, but also be able to solve this very quickly with just mental calculations. So here's an example where you have two terms separated by a minus sign times the same two terms separated by the opposite sign. So this is the sum and difference of terms. So when you expand this out, all you need to do is take the product of, or the square of the first term, so 5x quantity squared, you square the 5, square the x, and then it's always, again, a minus the second term squared. The second term is a 3, so 3 squared is 9. And so that would be the process you would follow to expand that product. Okay, so try this one on your own. Okay, can you expand that one quickly using this same pattern? You should have an answer pretty close to now, very quickly. What's our first term going to be? Square the 3, square the x, and then what's our last term going to be? 4. Square the 2, and so that would be your simplified form. Okay, try one more example like this, and then I'll move on to kind of the next level of difficult. Okay, 7x plus 5 times 7x minus 5. Okay, what's our first term going to be? Square the 7, square the x, always a minus, square the 5, and we get our solution. All right, questions on those before we move on? All right, so what if I ask you to do the following? Okay, so see if you can expand this any way that you want. Right, if you're looking at the different methods you can use, one possible method is just to distribute, right? So you have these two trinomials. If we distribute our 3 first into each of the terms from the second factor, 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times x gives me plus 3x. 3 times a negative y. Move to my next term. With the x, I get 3x. I'm going to stack it vertically. Plus x squared minus xy. And then move to my final term. Distribute it. I get a plus 3y. I'll stack it. Plus xy. Again, stack it. And then a minus y squared. And so when I combine all my like terms right here, I get 9 plus 6x. The y's cancel. Plus x squared minus y squared. Again, the xy's cancel. And if I were to reorder my terms so they were written in standard form, my overall answer would be x squared minus y squared. There's my two second degree terms written in the second priority is alpha. So the top priority is by degree, second priority by alphabetical order. My next, my only first degree term is 6x, and then my constant 9. Okay, so this right here would be the answer. So one of the ways that you can approach this is by just distributing. It'll work for all of them. Okay, let's take a look, though, at another way that you can approach this, and that is if you were to imagine, so either mentally group those first two terms together or physically draw in, you have this form of the binomial 3 plus x being represented by a, y being represented by b. Therefore, you get a minus b. Here you have the sum and difference of terms. So this is going to expand into the first term squared, so 3 plus x squared, minus the second term squared, y squared. So if you expand this binomial square, again, we talked about the pattern in the last slide. Take the first term and square it, double the product of the terms, so 3 times x is 3x. Double that, you get 6x. Square the second term plus x squared, and then the minus y squared. And then the last thing you do is just reorder your terms again. Second degree terms first from alphabetical order. First degree term, constant, and you have your solution. Okay, so it doesn't matter which way you use. Okay, whatever works for you, you can stick with the method of distributing. But if you can see it, in this particular case, it may be faster to use the pattern.